Penis.
Chinaman.
Vagina boob.
Make America gape again.
Damn it. This is a good one. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another week of Totally Inappropriate Team Sports. I'm your host, Cheeseman, joined along with, as always, by...
New voice of generations, Mark Wahlberg.
Dihydrogen monoxide.
Him, Eddie Icing.
Fun week in sports, huh, fellas? Just kidding.
No.
How is the NFL trade deadline coming up tomorrow, and there's been, very little going on?
The NFL trade deadline, the most important event of tomorrow.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that other evil that's taking place. I just found out my niece's class is going on their Washington, D.C. field trip tomorrow, and it's like, wow, who the fuck planned that? You couldn't have picked a worse date, except for maybe, I don't know, January 6th. Hey, let's take all these 8th graders and put them in danger. They're all going to be like Ralph on The Simpsons when they roll into Washington, D.C. Like, I'm in danger.
How the fuck is someone so fucking stupid to plan that?
I don't know. My fucking wife, she's like, well, they won't be there till fucking 6 o'clock in the afternoon or something. And I'm like, yeah, the election won't be over till 8. The riots sometimes take 2 days to die down. I think that's their entire fucking trip, pretty much.
Hey, hotels are cheaper, okay?
Right. Don't nobody want to be here this weekend. We can get it for cheap. Good job, Lincoln. Top notch as always. What's up, Scott? Yeah. Be fine as long as Daddy Trump wins. That's the AI Luke Birch on there. AI Birch.
I mean, he's right. Riot's built character anyway.
Yeah. Getting ready for it young. Yeah, let's shout out to Scott and True North for being here already. We're a few minutes late. It's Mark Wahlberg's fault, but it's fine. We've been later. And he's had his camera off the whole time after being late, so makes me wonder, was his mom beating him? He doesn't want to show the marks. More than likely, his dog was trying to have sex with his elbow again. He's got some white substance on his face.
Couldn't even move that arm. It had to be face, huh?
Well, see, he was rubbing up against the arm, but it kind of shot past that. Never mind. We won't go into it.
I certainly hope not, because that motherfucker was paid to be fixed, so he's nutting all over my face. There's all kinds of
He walks in and slams the dog down on the counter. I want a refund. He had sex with my mama.
my neck.
Doctor said he gave him a sacciotomy. All right. So where you guys want to start? College or pro?
College.
College. Sounds good to me.
Hockey. I hear basketball's back again. World Series.
We don't acknowledge basketball, and the World Series was terrible. I mean, I don't care who won. It was going to be terrible either way. Fuck the Yankees and the Dodgers. You have enough money, you can win a World Series title. Are you listening, Chris Illich? Spend some fucking money.
Or at least get to the World Series,
Can't get to the World Series with a fucking payroll that's less than one player on these other teams.
But they have to pay Javi all that money.
Hell yeah.
Pay him off and get rid of him. Release him. Throw him in a dumpster.
Maybe after tomorrow they can deport him.
Yeah. Just drop him off at fucking Zug Island. He's fucking radioactive waste. Let's be done with him.
Like, I'm just personally tickled at the idea of Trump just deporting Mexican baseball players for some reason.
Today, the MLB has lost 75% of its roster.
We'll leave the Chinamen for now. We'll see how it goes. They don't do as much of the bat flipping. I don't care for the bat flipping and the dancing.
He's up there. Make the MLB white again.
See, Shohei
And bring it
Ohtani
back
is
to
really
Negro
good.
League.
See, what people don't realize about Ohtani is that it's a lot harder for him to hit the ball because he can only see it half the time. So he's great.
Thank you, Trump. God damn it. I don't really care who wins either way. It's going to be awful. But at the same time, now that Trump's our president again will be a little defeating. Like, Start with curling. Yeah, we'll get right into that. Canada. Who else has a curling team? Who would play against Canada?
Sweden?
Do they have sports in Sweden? Is that shit even allowed? Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of Norway. The Toronto Blue Jays foreigner draft is loaded. Yeah, no shit. Toronto signs all the fucking Hispanic players. Then they're not allowed to play any of the teams in the States. But they have home games only all year. Quick, we gotta get our baseball team. Bring back the Montreal Expos. I mean, how they're moving the Athletics, right? Where are the Athletics going?
Vegas.
Vegas.
Utah.
Yeah,
The Utah Baseball Club.
great decision, NHL. Could have went back to Quebec or Hartford, but no, we're gonna go to Utah. Assholes. I still love that it was the city of, or it was the fucking. No, they're the Arizona Coyotes. They probably played in Phoenix, whatever it was. The arena is the one that kicked them out. I said, we couldn't make more money off of like local comedians doing shows. So you guys are gone. We're not giving you access to our stadium anymore. Take your team and go.
The fucking Jeff Dunham's doing a residency here. We got to get you out.
Right. All right. Like I said, college football. Let's get it going. First game we had last week, we had Tulane giving up 16 against Charlotte. Me and Matt took Charlotte because we're like, Charlotte's been playing decent. They can keep it within 16. No, they couldn't. Tulane blew their asses out of the water. That's a point for Smark and Luke. Georgia State taking on UConn. UConn favored by 7. UConn wins this game by 7. It's a fucking wash. Don't get too many of those. But nobody gets any points on that one. House money for Vegas. USF favored by 2 over Florida Atlantic. Luke went alone with Florida Atlantic, and those Owls hooted his ass all the way to a loss. No points for Luke. San Diego State taking on Boise State. Boise State favored by 24. Me and Matt took Boise State. Me and Matt take the win. Boise State blew San Diego State's ass out of the water. They won by I want to say 36. So beat the shit out of San Diego State. Stanford taking on NC State. NC State favored by 10. I went alone with the Cardinal. Not the Cardinals, the Cardinal. And that goofy-ass tree let me down. NC State wins by a fuck ton. That's a point for everybody except me. Next, Tulsa taking on UAB. UAB favored by 3. UAB had 1 win all year. I went alone with UAB. And they beat Tulsa by fucking 20. Tulsa must be really bad. The Golden Hurricane really is made out of piss. That's a point for me. Nobody else makes up for that fucking terrible Stanford pick. Indiana giving up 7 as they take on MSU. MSU started out hot, had a decent lead, or had 7 or 10 point lead. Yeah, 10 point lead.
First time Indiana has trailed all season.
Yeah, well, that was the only time they trailed because Michigan State went on to not score another point the rest of the fucking game, and Indiana whooped that ass.
Only
That's a
47
point.
unanswered.
Yeah. That's a point for me and Matt because we knew better. Smark and Luke took MSU for some reason. Sorry, fellas. UNC giving up 2 as they took on Florida State. We all went with UNC because Florida State's been trash, and Florida State kept that fucking going. Got their asses handed to them. It was a really one-sided week. Not many close games. ULM taking on Marshall. Marshall favored by 10.5. Matt went alone with Marshall, and the Thundering Herd gave him a thundering ass aching because ULM kept it within 10.5. I can't remember how much they lost by. I think it was only like 4 or 6, something like that. But either way, they covered the spread. Go Warhawks. And last game, Arizona State giving up 1 against Oklahoma State. We all took Oklahoma State, which surprises me. I was looking back at it. I was like, what the hell? Is that right? Thought for sure one of us would have taken Arizona State. But no, we all went Oklahoma State, and that didn't work out for us either. Arizona State wins handily. So on the week, Luke Birch at the bottom at 4-5. Matty Icing and Mark Wahlberg tie at 5-4, and I am your winner on the week at 6-3 on the season. That 1-point victory over Luke for Matt ties him for the lead at 38-34. I pulled within 1 game of both of them at 37-35. Mark Wahlberg also participating now at 34-38. Do a little Bob Seger, turn the page here, and let's get to this week. First game. We got Luke's Florida Atlantic University Owls taking on the ECU Pirates. Pirates favored by 7.5. Mark Wahlberg.
I'll go Pirates.
All right. I will also take the Pirates. Let's go ECU. Matty Icing.
I'll take the Pirates too.
And Luke Birch.
I will go along with Athena.
Again. Didn't learn your lesson last week, huh? All right, Luke dropping the ball with Florida Atlantic. Also dropping the ball with the drop. I gave him a long pause to find the gay pirate drop. Never came through and let me down. Next game, the University of New Mexico Lobos traveling to San Diego State University to take on the Aztecs. Aztecs favored by 3. Mark Wahlberg.
Go Aztecs.
I probably should have checked the records on some of these. I have no idea what New Mexico is about. San Diego State has been really, really up and down this season. But since they just got their ass whooped so bad, I guess I'll take them this week. Luke Birch.
I will go with the Aztecs. New Mexico are actually pretty poor this year.
There only being a 3-point spread, I wasn't sure. And Matty Icing.
I'll go with my team.
All right, it's unanimous. Aztecs everywhere. Next, we got the Texas State Bobcats giving up 4 as they travel to Louisiana to take on the ULM Warhawks. Mark Wahlberg.
I am going to go Texas State.
And I am not. Give me the Warhawks. Matty Icing.
I will join you with the Warhawks.
And Luke Birch.
Give me General Booty.
All right, that puts Mark on his own. I get it, though. He took Texas State because your other podcast partner lives in Texas. His other podcast being Wrestling Outlet Live Thursdays at 9:30. Check it out.
That's right.
Smart had to do a solo show last week, and it took him about 15 seconds to make me laugh my ass off.
And let me tell you, it sucked.
Well, you
Yeah,
popped
listen,
me early
these-
with that fucking Chris Hansen picture, so
Okay, so what happened was I tried it one time, and I was playing the fucking brick box not being there. I played the Rapid Kid, and I watched the view count actually go down. And I was like, oh, fuck. This is not good. Not good for the ego. Not good for the self-confidence. So then I started talking. I was just like, you know what, fuck this. And I hit end stream, and I was like, I'll try again. So I did an actual show. It was like 20 minutes long. So if you want to hear me fucking speed read wrestling news, go ahead and check that out.
AEW sucks. End of the show.
Yep, still sucks. All right, see you next week.
Yeah, let's check in on AEW. It's still bad. Okay, on to the next one. All right, next game, UConn. Sorry, the UConn Huskies giving up 6.5 as they travel to Alabama to take on the UAB Blazers. Mark Wahlberg.
I will go. You said Blazers versus whom? I'm sorry.
UConn Huskies. Huskies favored by 6.5.
Okay, I just want to make sure I knew which team was not UAB because I was going to pick the team that wasn't UAB because UAB is UAB. Go UConn.
Yeah, UAB did me right last week, but that's only their second win all year. UConn managed to win by 7 over. Fuck, I already forgot who they played. Hold on. Looking back. Georgia State. Wow, Georgia State's bad too, though. Fuck it. I'll still roll with UConn. Luke Birch.
Go fuck yourself, UAB.
And Matty Icing.
I'll go UConn.
Unanimous again. With it being 6.5, they can't do no bullshit fucking wash this week. Time to pay the piper, UConn. Give us some fucking points here. Next, we got the Duke Blue Devils taking on the NC State Wolfpack. Wolfpack favored by 3. Mark Wahlberg.
I'll go NC State.
As well I. Duke is trash. Matty Icing.
I will go UNC as well.
NC State, UNC, same thing.
And yeah, you know, that's a Carolina team.
Luke Birch.
I'm getting seriously concerned at the amount of unanimous picks we have.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if it pays off for us. That does make 2 in a row and 3 out of 5. Next, we got the Iowa State Cyclones giving up 3 as they travel to Kentucky to take on the Wildcats. Mark Wahlberg.
Iowa State's giving them how many?
3.
Kentucky. I'll go Kentucky.
All right. I will not be joining you there. Iowa State, powerhouse this year. I know Kentucky can put up some good points, but Iowa State has been awesome. Luke Birch.
I will go Kentucky.
All right. And Matty Icing.
In honor of David Montgomery, I will go Iowa State.
I was like, oh, maybe Matt's going to side with his team and I can get a point alone with Iowa State, but it's not meant to be. All right. First split decision game. Next, we got the Georgia State Panthers taking on the James Madison University Dukes. Dukes favored by 17. Mark Wahlberg.
17 is why. Go Georgia State.
All right. Well, again, I will differ with you. James Madison can put up some fucking points. Georgia State, not so much. Matty Icing.
James Madison.
And Luke Birch.
Another split decision.
I'll be damned. They're just giving us points this week, Matt.
I see that.
I like it. It'll bump you up to first and put me at second. Next game, Temple. God, they're awful. Temple Owls taking on the Tulane Green Wave. The angry Green Wave favored by 27. Holy shit. Mark Wahlberg.
Tulane favored by 27 over who?
Temple.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm going Tulane. Tulane.
Okay. Even though it's 27 points, I will join you because Temple's really bad. Luke Birch.
As much as I'd like to go with Athena again, I can't do it. Give me Temple.
And Matty Icing.
And Vegas got Luke. I will go Green Wave.
All right. That puts Luke on his own.
Oh shit, I did go with Athena.
Yeah, you said as much as I want to go with Athena, I won't, and I'll take Temple. So if you actually meant to take Tulane, I'll switch it over.
Yeah, I did mean Tulane.
That's what I was kind of thinking. So that's why I'm like, that's why I said it again. Oh, Luke on his own with Temple. Here's your chance to correct me. Okay, we are unanimous with Tulane then. Not surprised. Temple's fucking terrible. Next, the UCF Knights travel in Arizona to take on the Sun Devils. Arizona State favored by 4. Mark Wahlberg.
Arizona State.
I think I will join you with Arizona State. Matty Icing.
You said it was UCF?
Yep.
I'm going to go with UCF.
All right. And Luke Birch.
Split it down the middle.
All right. This is the one I feel the least confident about this week so far, honestly. And last game of the week. No Shave November's taking the Sun Devils. Not sure who No Shave November is right now. Could it be Dirk? Oklahoma State makes the return. The Cowboys taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. How I forgot that for a second. TCU favored by 12.5 after losing a close game to fucking shit. Who was it? Baylor. Baylor kicked a game-winning field goal. Smart, who do you like in this one?
Based on name alone, I'm going Horned Frogs.
All right. I mean, I got it on my head, so it'd be kind of irresponsible for me to pick against them. Give me TCU. Matty Icing. I'm sorry, Luke Birch.
I'll go Oklahoma State to at least keep it closer than that.
All right. And Matt, I'm pretty sure I heard you start to say TCU.
And Luke will go alone.
Yeah. All right. Well, that does it for the picks. Team wins. Mark Wahlberg at the bottom of 15. Luke and Matt tied at 17. Narrowly holding the lead by 1 at 18 is myself. Keep that going. If it wasn't for one fucking team, I would not be winning. Trying to remember what the team is at the moment. Let's see, who is it? It's not Michigan State. TCU's got 5. That's good. ECU's got 4. NC State's got 5. Okay. Oh, Matt's Tulane. He has 7 points with Tulane. And Luke has 7 points with Boise State. That's what's keeping them alive. Smark's just got a whole bunch of bad teams. Sorry, Smark.
These things happen.
All right, let's jump over to the NFL. I didn't put the game on there last week, but how about fucking Aaron Rodgers pulling out a victory on Halloween? Bitch made. I hate to see the Jets win.
Game.
I can't remember who the fuck did they beat. What fraud ass team lost to the Jets?
Houston.
Texans.
Oh yeah, the Strouds, bitch ass Strouds. That team is just declining more and more each week. It seems.
They deserve to lose this weekend.
Yes, they do, and they will. First game we actually did pick though. We had the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. Bills favored by 6. I went alone with the Hawk Tuas. And while they did not win the game, they kept it within 6. So that's a point for me. I'll take it. Thank you, Miami. The heartbreaker of the week for me, Denver taking on Baltimore. Baltimore favored by 9. Me and Smark took Denver. Smark's curse is back.
That's
Luke's charm is dead. Baltimore wins this game by a lot. It was close at first. Bo Nix missed a couple of throws that he should have hit that would have changed the outlook of this game entirely, but it wasn't meant to be.
Wasn't the final score like a difference of 30 or something ridiculous like that?
Yeah, pretty sure. Denver scored 10 in the first half to keep it close, and then I don't think they scored in the second half. Baltimore just started whooping that ass and pulling away. Didn't stop. So, point for Matt and Luke on that one. Also, True North picked Buffalo, so that's a loss for True North in the first game. I only got 2 of his picks on here, but I'm going to call them out. Washington giving up 3.5 as they take on the Giants. Matty Icing went alone with the Giants. Matty Icing alone with regret. What the hell's wrong with you taking Daniel Jones at home?
It was close.
Not close enough.
He scored his first home touchdown in over 2 years.
Yep. At least he finally got that monkey off his back, but they didn't keep it within 3.5. Thank you, Washington.
How fucking pathetic.
What's even more pathetic is the organization paid him good money.
And did we do the Philadelphia game last week?
Yes, we did. We'll get there in about 3 more games. Next on the list, though, we had Dallas taking on Atlanta. Atlanta favored by 2.5. Matt alone again with Dallas. Going alone did not work out well for the Matt this week because he goes alone with the loss again. Me, Smark, and Luke pick up the fucking point with Atlanta. Thank you, Falcons. You've been good for me this year.
And at least Dak Prescott admits it.
He does.
Yep. He's also injured, and the injury looks worse than what they thought. So he's going to be out for a little while now. So maybe Dallas can just tank and go all in on trying to get a good first-round pick. I'm sure they'll even figure out a way to fuck that up.
So glad the camera guy caught Dak saying that. Makes things great.
Make America's team great again. No, don't, because America's team isn't fucking Cowboys anymore.
It's the other D team.
Yeah, the real D.
Denver?
Nope. Try again.
I'll have to remember to send it in the group chat. There's a clip of Scott Van Pelt talking about his biggest frustration being a fucking ESPN anchor. He's like, every year we're told to endlessly talk about the Cowboys, and every year they do the same shit. And yet every year we have to talk about them again and again and again and again.
That's because Jerry's chicks keep clearing. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
So remember when folks made fun of Atlanta for getting 2 quarterbacks? Yeah. Well, what have they done with that second quarterback? Imagine if they had used it on a positional player, how much better they would be. I mean, they're good now, but they could be so much better even. Instead of 5-3, they could be 6-2, 7-1. But they're covering their ass for when Kurt inevitably goes down because he has trouble staying healthy. Next, New England taking on Tennessee. Tennessee favored by 3.5. Luke Birch goes alone with Tennessee, and while Tennessee gets the win, they don't cover the 3.5. So no points for Luke. Sorry, Luke. I was so happy when I seen that spread. I thought I lost that game, and I went back and looked last night. I was like, 3.5. Score! That's a point for me, Matt, and Smark. I'll take it. Sorry, Smark. Chicago Bears taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals favored by 1. Should have been favored by 11. Chicago's defense, fucking embarrassing. Arizona whooped that ass. Oh, and Stevenson made the stupid ass mistake last week with the fucking Hail Mary. And then this week he finds out he's not starting, and he fucking just like walks off. Is that what I heard?
He left practice. No, the walk off was during the game. DJ Moore was like, "I'm just gonna go walk off."
He pulled the
Mid-play.
he pulled the Antonio Bryan, huh? Did he take his shirt off on the way out and wave at the crowd?
Unfortunately, he did not.
No, he's saving that for a home game. That's more of a home game thing.
He's gonna show up next week and start pelting his players with rubber penis or not rubber gummy penises.
That would actually make the game way more watchable.
For
Ran
real.
out onto the field with like a fucking dildo strapped to his helmet.
Dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
Next game, the one Luke was trying to talk about a second ago. Jacksonville taking on Philadelphia. Philadelphia favored by 7. I see why you wanted to talk about it now because Luke went alone with Jacksonville.
No. Has anyone seen the hurdle by Saquon Barkley?
The backwards hurdle. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, that was amazing!" Like, yeah, but he got hit immediately after, and it really didn't produce any extra yards.
It was just that whole run because he juked, then he spun, and then he hurdled. It was just
the Giants paid Daniel Jones instead of that man.
Yes, they did. But you don't pay running backs in the NFL, so I can understand. But no, fuck Philly for barely beating Jacksonville. Garbage ass bullshit team. Get your shit together. Figure out who the fuck you want to be.
Well, then they had Smith too make that amazing catch in the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah, that was disappointing. I hate Jacksonville. I hate Philly more. Game of the week, Detroit giving up 3.5 as they travel to Green Bay. Me and Matt and True North took Detroit. True North trying to jinx us by taking Detroit because he's actually a Green Bay fan. And while True North gets the point, his team takes the loss. Smark and Luke also take the loss. This game was a lot closer than it. Lions won by 17. I don't give a fuck what the final score said. It was a garbage time touchdown. We blew Green Bay's ass out of the water at home. 3 wins in Green Bay in a row after losing in Green Bay like fucking 19 years in a row. I love it.
Isn't like Jared Goff bad outdoors?
No, he's not. Not this year. Jared Goff's completion percentage has been insane.
What's insane is him and St. Brown are 30 for 30.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
the dude's literally on MVP form.
Yeah. I can't remember the span of weeks it was. They put up a stat. I don't remember how many weeks, but Goff actually has more touchdowns than incompletions over the last.
I think this game probably broke it. Before this game was the last 4 weeks combined.
Yeah. So yeah, he's got 28 touchdowns and 24 incompletions. Fucking craziness. Like when Stafford was here, and it was like 28 touchdowns and 24 interceptions. Not incompletions, interceptions. 20 of those pick sixes. Speaking of Matt Stafford, that motherfucker, Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 1. Smart took his Seahawks. I took his Seahawks too, and then immediately realized I've put myself in the position for Matt Stafford to fuck me, and fuck me, he did. Game had to go to overtime, but Rams pull it out with a circus-style catch in the fucking end zone. I hate Matt Stafford. I hate the Rams.
I love how the last 2 games both featured a player getting ejected.
I didn't see who got ejected in the Rams and Seahawks game. Puka did. How the hell does a wide receiver get ejected? What did he do?
Threw a punch.
Oh. Dumbass. You're out there wearing helmets. Don't throw punches. I catch with my hands. Let me break it against your helmet.
All right, I just got off IR. Let me try to go back.
Fucking retard.
The best one, I think the best one was I think it was Andre Johnson, the Texan. I'm trying to remember his name. where he managed to get fucking Cortland Finnegan's helmet off, and then he fucking undercutted him.
That was such a great matchup.
Nothing will beat Miles Garrett on Mason
No.
Rudolph.
Ooh, yeah, hell yeah.
Got the helmet off and then swung the helmet at him. So yeah, fuck it. I'm double smart about it. I'm gonna take his helmet off, and then instead of punching him with my hand, I'm gonna blast him with the helmet and protect my hand that much more. Who knew Myles Garrett was so intelligent? Speaking of, this fucking asshat on ESPN suggested as a trade proposal that the Lions give up 3 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and Jahmyr Gibbs for Myles Garrett. Like, he's Myles Garrett, not Jesus fucking Christ. He's not Lawrence Taylor all fucking coked out in the backfield in his prime. What the fuck are you thinking?
And that's why he's an ex-GM.
He needs to be an ex-employee at ESPN. That was so ridiculous and off the wall. It's like, how the hell do you collect a paycheck? How did anybody sitting across or at that desk with you not just reach over and slap you?
I forget who it was. They got up and just walked away.
Good on them. I didn't see that part.
I cannot wait for 2 weeks' time when Zadarius Smith proves he's still the locker room cancer he's always been.
Hey, from what I saw, all the Cleveland Browns players were talking about how great he is, and they're going to miss him. And so maybe in Green Bay, but he also had to play with Aaron Rodgers.
And Baltimore and Minnesota was run out of all 3.
You don't even know how upset I'm going to be tomorrow when 4 o'clock rolls around and that trade doesn't actually happen. Like, motherfucker! God damn you, Lions! Get people! Spend the money! Probably won't even cost us a whole lot to get Zadarius Smith either. That's the nice thing.
I'm just hoping
probably a
Smith
4th.
and Aziz.
Yeah, do that. Aziz.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want
We'll
both.
see.
Yeah, he played football.
Yeah, I thought he was a comedian.
And a rapist. I mean,
Yeah, and a rapist. Didn't he get canceled? Hashtag me too.
is that his link to football? No.
If you can rape, you can play the football.
Mm-hmm. He's coming off the bench for Tyreek next week.
It's going to be the new quarterback for the Steelers when Russ gets injured.
I just like the idea of just like them bringing in Justin Fields and Russell Wilson to be like, all right, you guys have to learn Steelers culture. Like, oh no.
Oh no. All right, last game of the week. Indianapolis Colts taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings favored by 7. Me and Luke took the Colts. Me and Luke take the dick. Smark and Matt pick up the point with Minnesota. I watched this whole fucking game, mostly because it was the Sunday night game. So it was the only game on. And I was sitting over at my desk, so I had the game on my phone. Wife was watching Walking Dead. So I was literally watching The Walking Dead, listening to the game, kind of paying attention to it. And then halfway through the game, and after one of the episodes of fucking Walking Dead, I picked up a book. So I'm reading a book and listening to both Walking Dead and fucking football, like overstimulating myself. And then still was just like, this is just awful. I'm watching 2 other things in this game is still like by far the worst thing. Kickers could not kick. There's 3 missed field goal attempts in a row. The quarterback play was terrible. It was an all-around bad game. Indianapolis, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care if they would need to score some points and then go for the onside field the onside attempt. Why did you just immediately kick the field goal after you got the fucking pass interference call that put you down so close? Like, go for the touchdown. The touchdown and the 2-point conversion are harder to get than the field goal. Try to get that out of the way, then do the onside kick and get into field goal position. That's a lot fucking simpler. I mean, Walking Dead's kind of still a thing, no shave. It's they got spin-offs, but no, she's been going back and watching the old episodes. True North. That's what hard drugs are for. Yeah, I was hitting my bowl too. I think that's what was keeping me level. So yeah, wasn't happy with that game because they kicked that field goal and then tried the onside. Minnesota was able to cover, winning by 8. If they would have just went for the touchdown first and got it, they could have covered, and I could have been happy. But no, happiness wasn't a thing yesterday, except for the Miami cover. Anyway,
last game's pretty good.
Yeah, wasn't bad. Not a bad week record-wise, nothing great. Mark Wahlberg, he's at 500 at 5-5. True North also at 500 at 1-1. And the rest of us go 6-4.
What were the other game that True North went for?
Besides the Lions and Packers, it was Buffalo and Miami. He took your Bills. That was cool too, because that just allowed me to beat 4 of you by going alone instead of 3. Made it even more satisfying. Gotta give him that Hawk Tua. Overall for the season, Mark Wahlberg now sits alone at the bottom instead of being tied with Matty Icing at 45-51. Matty Icing moves 1 ahead of him into third place at 46-50. Luke Birch at 51-45. And because we tied, I still have a 3-game lead at 54-42. 12 games over 500. Let's go. Keep it rolling. Never enjoyed success like this in the NFL. Because I said that this week is going to be awful. First game, the 4-5 Cincinnati Bengals taking on the 6-3 Baltimore Ravens. Ravens favored by 6. Mark Wahlberg.
I'm going to go Bengals. I'm not Bengals, sorry, Ravens.
Ghastly, grim, and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore.
Quoth the raven.
Eat my short.
All right, Matty Icing on his first week out of the basement.
End division game. Baltimore's won by a lot. I'll take the Bengals to keep it close.
Kitty goes meow. Kitty goes meow.
All right, Luke Birch.
Yeah, it's an in-division game. It looked like the Bengals finally clicked yesterday. I don't like the 6 points.
Kitty goes meow. Kitty goes meow.
Oh, Luke doesn't like the 6 points. I don't like that I'm about to go with Smark on this, but Cincinnati is so goddamn wishy-washy. Just when they want to make you fucking think that, hey, we got our shit together. Look, we put up all those points. They come out next week and throw up all over themselves. Give me Baltimore.
Ghastly, grim, and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore.
Quoth the raven.
Eat my short.
All right, next game, we got the 5-4 Denver Broncos taking on the 7-0 Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 8.5. Do we have a score update on tonight's game?
10-7 Chiefs.
And apparently Travis Kelce just fucked the ball.
Yeah. Better than Taylor
I
Swift.
assumed you said fumbled, but I heard fucked.
That's what I heard too. That's why I said better than Taylor Swift.
He fucked the ball by fumbling it.
All right. Mark Wahlberg, who you like in this game?
I actually have a question about the NFL rulebook now. Does that go against the rules if you fucking jizz on the ball in order to help hold on to it? Okay, anyways, give me the
Broncos. He took the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Go America. Go America. Go Broncos. Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.
All right. I see No Shave took the Ravens. Is that you, Dirk? Do I have to write down N for No Shave because I don't know who you are? Or can I put down the D for Dirk?
You had me worried there with the start of that sentence. Should I write down N? Like, oh, hey now.
All right. Smart went with Denver. Matty Icing.
I too will go with Denver.
Go America. Go America. Go Broncos. Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.
All right. Luke Birch.
The Chiefs can't seem to cover for fucking shit.
Go America. Go America. Go Broncos. Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.
Oh, damn it. You seem to have all learned. I was thinking this was going to give me a chance to like take Denver alone, maybe. But yeah, you put fucking KC up by a touchdown or more, and Patty Mahomes is not going to cover that.
Go America. Go America. Go Broncos. Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.
All right. Denver for No Shave as well. 6-2 Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the 7-2 Washington Commanders. Commanders favored by 2.5. Smart Wahlberg
Commander saved by 2.5 over
over the Steelers.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me the Commanders.
I am the Clit Commander.
All right, Matty Icing.
I'll take the Commanders too.
I am the Clit Commander.
Luke Birch.
Steeler bullshit is Steeler bullshit.
Bradshaw's a dumbass and Big Ben likes rape. Fuck the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow, I thought I was going to end up alone on this one. I don't know why, but something's telling me take the Steelers. So that was the plan.
Bradshaw's a dumbass and Big Ben likes rape. Fuck the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And watch Washington blow their asses out of the water. I'll happily eat that loss. I don't give a fuck.
And
Not a
speaking of
Pittsburgh fan.
Washington, we've got Washington from No Shave.
Yep. All right. Next game, the 4-4 San Francisco 49ers giving up 6.5 as they travel to Tampa Bay to take on the 4-4 Buccaneers. Smart Wahlberg.
I'm not sure if they'll win it, but give me the Bucks to cover.
Matty Icing.
I'll take 49ers.
Fag capitals of the world.
Indeed. Luke Birch.
I don't give a shit that CMC is back. The 49ers still fucking suck.
All right. We have our first loner pick of the week because Matt's going alone with San Francisco. Tampa Bay definitely keeps it within 6.5. Maybe not win. I kind of feel like they'll win outright, though. If I'm being honest. Next game, the 6-3 Atlanta Falcons giving up 3.5. Yes, they can't lose this week. Well, I mean, they could lose their quarterback in practice. You never know. No Shave also taking San Francisco. I guess Matt's not on his own. All right. 6-3 Atlanta Falcons giving up 3.5 as they travel to New Orleans to take on the 2-7 new coached Saints. Smart Wahlberg.
This should be a lot more, which is weird, but give me Atlanta.
Hang on 1 second. Who did you take?
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Lone Falcon! Lone Falcon, why?
Like, you know what? No more disrespect with that fucking New England beating them in the Super Bowl drop. They've earned something better. So now they are the Lone Falcons. Matty Icing.
Yeah, this one's a hard one because usually when a team fires their head coach, the next coach who comes in, the team rah-rahs for him. But I'll take the Falcons.
Lone Falcon! Lone Falcon, why?
Luke Birch.
Yeah, I get the whole thing about the new coach bump, but the Saints just lost to the fucking Panthers.
Lone Falcon! Lone Falcon, why?
The drop's getting a lot of play this week. Getting back to what Matt said about the teams rallying around the new coach, that hasn't happened the last couple firings, I want to say, and I don't think it's going to happen after this one. Call the Lone Falcon.
Lone Falcon! Lone Falcon, why?
We've seen a lot more of that before the season's over, I'm sure. All right, next game, probably my favorite matchup of the week because of the irony of one of the drops. We got the 2-7 New England Patriots traveling to Chicago to take on the 4-4 Bears. Bears giving up 6.5. Okay, Smart Wahlberg.
That has to have been like made at the beginning of the season. I'm just gonna go full on spite and say give me New England.
We just got dominated by the Bears. The Bears!
I don't think that's going to happen this week, Tom. Matty Icing.
Yeah, 6.5. I think the Pats might be able to cover that.
We just got dominated by the Bears. The Bears!
Over to Luke Birch.
Let's hear some more Grassy.
We just got dominated by the Bears. The Bears!
Oh, shit. Well, No Shave's taking the Bears, and he's on his own.
We just got dominated by the Bears. The Bears!
All right, I thought it was going to be unanimous. No Shave come in and messed that up. See if he knows something we don't. 6-2, Philadelphia Eagles giving up 6.5 as they travel to Dallas to take on the 3-5 Cowboys. Smart Wahlberg.
You said the game's in Dallas?
The game is in Dallas.
I'm not picking Dallas. Fuck them, they suck.
Randall Cunningham. Just fucking embarrassed to see that. Why is he got to be wearing my jersey? Matty Icing.
It's the NFC East divisional game. Those games, I'm just playing. Give me the Eagles all day.
All right. Luke Birch.
It's not so much that I'm taking Philly as I'm not fucking taking Dallas. Begrudgingly, give me Philly.
Yeah, so like Saquon did the backwards hurdle last week. Jerry Jones seems to have done the backwards hurdle, but ended up with the entire team shoved up his ass. Give me Philly. Yeah, that's more Luke's sentiment. It's not so much that I'm picking Philly. It's just that I'm picking against Dallas.
It's so funny that Dallas just couldn't afford to get King Harry. But
Hey, they're all in.
They paid Delvin Cook and Zeke back, so that's good.
Yeah, that worked out great for them.
King Harry.
Yeah.
King Harry.
He said he did say Harry, didn't he?
That's like a pudgy white guy. It's kind of like Mike Allstott, just like without the muscle.
That's the team move version.
Not to be confused with Prince Harry, whose wife is leaving him after convincing him to leave his entire royal family and the country. Bitch.
Pretty smooth troll job, though.
Right. What a hooer. I almost said Dirk. I mean, he is Dirk, I'm sure. But No Shave also taking Philly in that last game. Next, the 3-6 New York Jets taking on the 5-4 Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals favored by 1. Why did I put this one on here? Seems like the fucking Colts game would have been better than this. But I did it nonetheless.
It fucking would have.
True North of Harry and the Hendersons. Yes, that's it. Unassigned Harry. Motherfucker's huge. All right, Smart, who do you like in this one?
I'm going to go ahead and say speak for yourself about the Colts game because you don't get to see Aaron Rodgers lose in the Colts game. So give me Arizona.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
All right, Matty Icing.
Push it again, Luke.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
All right. Luke Birch.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Play it again, Sam.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
I think that's probably the quickest we've ever gone through a game.
Yeah. Like it's only 1 point, and it's the fucking Jets. Oh, my God. Dirk took the Jets. If he would have got in with it quick enough, I was going to tell you to hit the drop again, but he didn't even take Arizona. I mean, I am kind of worried that somehow they build some momentum off beating the Texans, but I doubt it. All right, final game of the week. The 7-1 Detroit Lions giving up 4. They travel to Houston to take on the 6-3 Texans. Mark Wahlberg.
You said 4?
Yes.
See, this doesn't make any sense because fucking Texans just lost to the Jets. Detroit just beat up Green Bay. Thank you for that one. You would think that Detroit's a significantly better team. And they are. But I'm going to go Texans.
But Houston? Well, it is famous for being boring, hot, and crime-ridden, maybe?
True story. Matty Icing.
Go ahead, Luke.
Luke Birch.
Do I go with the team that just lost to the fucking Jets? Or do I go with the best offense in the league? Really fucking difficult.
And getting back to Smark's point, like, it is kind of weird that it's only 4 points, but that's because Vegas knows that Houston has kept every single game close. Meanwhile, though, Houston's play has declined every week. And the Lions will fucking blow their asses out of the water, I think. Can't stop that offense.
Plus, the Lions' defense is about to get some new toys tomorrow.
Yes.
Have fun with Keenan Allen.
Hopefully not that toy. That's like a butt plug.
Max Crosby did say he's not happy about losing as bad as they did.
Oh, if we could get Crosby instead of fucking Smith, that would be amazing. Like, I know I was going off about that dude on ESPN earlier, but I'm like, 3 first rounds for Crosby? That sounds fair. I'm not throwing in the 2nd round pick and fucking Gibbs still, but I'll give you 3 first rounders for fucking Crosby. I mean, we get him for like the next 4 years if we do that, so run it. All right. No Shave also took Detroit, leaving Smark solely on his own with Houston. We'll see. Smark, it might pay off for you because, like I said, Houston does keep every game close, but they haven't played anything like Detroit yet either. So,
it's just one of those things where it's like, if it seems too good to be true, it is. Because like I feel like Detroit's a much better team, but it's like something about that just seems like I should take Houston.
No, I get it.
I just took a look through the favorites playlist for No Shave. Yeah, that absolutely screams Dirk.
Okay. I figured. I marked them all with a D. Yeah, I'm not putting the NS in here.
It's like Tom Grassi, Sugar Hill Gang, Tom Grassi. How to pick up white women, Tom Grassi. Complete series of Rugrats, Tom Grassi.
Assembling your wheelchair. Best rims for your wheelchair.
It's got a fucking PlayStation 2 on the wheelchair.
Pimp my wheels. That's what D-Zibit.
It's a fucking handicapped white guy. Yo, dog.
All right. Well, that does it for the NFL. So I guess it's time to switch things over to the NHL. Oh, wait. NFL teams. Let's see. Smark, your teams are still letting you down. 17 points. Me and Luke tied at 21 points. Maddie Icing now in the lead with 22 points. Fucking teams are letting me down. That's what I get for picking teams like the Rams and the Bengals. I don't even know how the fuck I'm in second place. Tied. All right. NHL last week. First game. We only had 7, so it was a little quicker. Philadelphia Flyers taking on the Boston Bruins. Bruins favored by 1.5. Me and Luke took the Flyers. Me and Luke take the win. Seattle Kraken giving up 1.5 against the Montreal Canadiens. Matt went alone with Montreal. Matt goes alone with the loss. 0-2 start for Matt. Anaheim taking on the Islanders. Islanders favored by 1.5. Luke goes alone with the Islanders. Luke goes alone with the loss. Not a good week to go alone, apparently. St. Louis Blues taking on the Ottawa Senators. Senators favored by 1.5. Matt and Smark took Ottawa. I went with my heart and St. Louis, and so did Luke. Me and Luke take the loss. Ottawa covers. It's a point for Matt and Smark. Only unanimous pick of the week. Minnesota giving up 1.5 against the fucking Penguins. We all went with Minnesota. We all pick up the win. Well done, fellas. New York Rangers giving up 1.5 to Washington. Luke went alone with New York. Again, going alone does not work out this week. Luke takes the loss. The rest of us pick up the win. For Washington, the second best team in the league this year at covering the spread. And actually pretty damn good overall. Who'd have thought? And last game, Los Angeles giving up 1.5 to San Jose. We all went with Los Angeles. So I was wrong. We did have 2 unanimous picks. This one just resulted in a loss for everybody. Fuck you, Kings. Sharks cover. Hell, I think the Sharks even won the game. What the fuck are you doing out there in LA? So for the week, Luke Birch, 3-4. Sorry, buddy. Matty Icing, 4-3. Me and Smark coming through at the top at 5-2. Well done, Smark. However, even after going 5-2, I am still at the very fucking bottom at 18-24, 6 games under. I suck. Smark Wahlberg, 2 ahead of me at 20-22. Luke and Matt tied for the lead now at 24-18. Yeah, I gotta remember to alternate you fuckers again on picks. I hate ties. First game. The 4-7-1 Philadelphia Flyers taking on the 8-2-0 Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes favored by 1.5. Even though I took Philly last week to cover and it won for me, Philadelphia is actually really not very good at covering the spread this year. Carolina, however, is. Give me the Hurricanes.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
Mark Wahlberg.
It's Carolina, yeah?
Yes.
Give me the Hurricanes.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
Yeah, after the year they've had, is there any more appropriately named team than the Carolina Hurricanes? Luke Birch.
Yeah, the Flyers look pretty shit this year.
Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through.
I know it happened a couple times last year, but it's still surprising as hell to see Luke take Carolina. Matty icing. Matty
You're
icing
muted,
unmuting
Matt.
himself.
Unanimous.
Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through.
All right, the 6-6-1 Boston Bruins taking on the 6-5-2 Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs at home and favored by 1.5. This one was tough because, like, I hate Toronto. Boston's been getting a little better, but Toronto at home against the spread a lot better than Boston on the road against the spread. Give me the Maple Leafs. Those two may love hockey, but real Toronto Maple Leafs fans can't possibly love hockey after what the team does to them every year. Mark Wahlberg.
I don't want to do it because I like the job. But Boston's gonna let me down. I'm going Toronto.
Luke, you're next. Luke.
Actually, it's Matty Icing's turn next.
No. I'm going to take your cousin.
Your cousin from Boston.
All right. And Luke Birch.
Got him.
Let's say it's still worked out for you, Matt. Although I want to say so far this year that curse hasn't been going the same. I think it only came up once.
I think I got
Look back. See, I'm trying to look back real quick. I know. Yeah, we picked Columbus against Toronto, and it came through. Not sure if there was another week before that where it happened. Let's see. Flipping back. This might only be the second time all year we've had Toronto on the list. Oh no! Very first week we all went unanimous with Montreal against Toronto, and it came through. So yeah, Luke's 2-0 with his Toronto picks. Let's make it 3. Luke, come on. Fuck you, Boston.
We have some breaking news, everybody. The Detroit Pistons have won another basketball game.
How?
The Lakers by 12.
You know, Cade's on pace to break the fucking single season turnover record.
I did not.
Yeah, he's on pace to break Harden's record.
LeBron did a lot of crying, but they still pulled it out. That's 2 wins in a row. I don't know if that's happened like the last 4 years.
Right. You know, shit.
What's
LeBron crying, though, that's not surprising at all.
Oh, yeah, that's just a typical Tuesday.
I mean, if they made fucking a bet for that in Vegas, I would take LeBron to cry every time.
You had LeBron cry. Anthony Davis got hurt for a moment. Like, just the typical's happening.
Yeah. You'd have to bet a lot of money to make money on those, though. It's like, all right, I'm going to put down 100 on LeBron to cry. Like, all right, you won. Here's $101 back. Like, fuck.
I don't even think you get the dollar. It'd be like 10 cents.
Right. You get 1/8 of a unit to bet.
You actually lose money.
Yeah, your bet can't, or you won, but you still owe us money. All right, next we got the 6-5-0 Ottawa Senators taking on the 4-7-1 Buffalo Sabres. Sabres at home, favored by 1.5. Not really sure why. Buffalo's not very good. Ottawa on the road against the spread, very good. Give me the Senators.
Obviously, if I walked into this office and you were naked, I'd you right here, end quote.
Mark Wahlberg.
Okay, listen, first off, it's election time. Second off, that is my favorite drop, unquestionably. Go Senators.
Obviously, if I walked into this office and you were naked, I'd you right here, end quote.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Luke Birch.
I didn't get the chance to go Buffalo in the NFL, so I'll go with them in the NHL.
I like the Sabres. Coach prays a lot.
But he hates Jim Carrey. Matty Icing.
Yeah, this is one of those weird ones where I feel like Vegas is begging us to take the Senators. So I'll listen to Vegas and take the Senators.
Obviously, if I walked into this office and you were naked, I'd you right here, end quote.
Next, the 6-5-1 Calgary Flames giving up 1.5 as they travel to Montreal to take on the 4-7-1 Canadiens. This one's tough. Calgary's got a better record than Montreal, but against the spread, these teams are identical, both home and away. So I got no help there with my decision. I hate Johnny Blaze. Give me Montreal.
Fucking Canadian.
You guys seen the new Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah.
And that was great.
Come on, Disney Plus.
They get pulled into this like alternate reality, and Captain America comes walking up to him, but he's in like fucking bum clothing pretty much. And they're like, fuck yeah, we got Captain America on our side. And then he goes flame on and turns into Johnny Blaze, and it's like, oh, he did play that guy, and they were so disappointed. Loved that part of the movie. Smart Wahlberg.
Go Flames.
All right. Matty Icing.
I'll join Smart.
And Luke Birch.
And I will put you on your own.
Oh well, I'd rather be on my own than have another unanimous pick. Although we've only had one so far. Next, the 5-7-1 Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the 4-6-2 New York Islanders. Islanders favored by 1.5 at home. I mean, everything told me to take the Islanders in this, partially because I hate Pittsburgh. But then I looked at against the spread rankings. Islanders awful at home against the spread. Pittsburgh middle of the road on the road against the spread. So I'll take Pittsburgh.
Penguins is practically chickens, and I hate to see chickens cry so much.
Well, then keep Crosby off the ice. Smart Wahlberg.
I'll go Penguins as well.
Penguins is practically chickens, and I hate to see chickens cry so much.
All right. Luke Birch.
I will take Mommy Jenny.
Congratulations. Is her vagina dishwasher safe?
She's a real person.
What part of Russia did they ship her from?
And Matty Icing.
And Luke will be on his own.
Penguins is practically chickens, and I hate to see chickens cry so much.
All right, next game we got the 5-4-3 Utah fucking loser ass name for a hockey team taking on the 11-1-0 Winnipeg Jets. Jets favored by 1.5. I mean, you got a team with one fucking loss here, and they're also amazing against the spread at home. Give me the Jets.
And then moments later.
Smart Wahlberg.
I hate everything about Utah's hockey team, so give me the Jets.
And then moments later.
All right. I forgot the fucking order here. Hold on. No. All right, Luke Birch.
Yeah, the Jets could be favored by 2.5, and I would still take the fucking Jets.
And then moments later.
And Matty Icing.
I mean, I kind of want to go with the historic program there in Utah, but I think I'll take the Jets.
And then moments later.
Yes. Loving the Jets this year. Really happy I picked them as one of my teams. Tell you. Next, we got the 7-5-0 Tampa Bay Lightning giving up 1.5 as they travel to St. Louis to take on the 6-6-0 Blues. I hate Tampa Bay. I love St. Louis. St. Louis at home against the spread, pretty good. Give me the home team that's not favored by 1.5. Let's go Blues.
24-hour blues.
Oh, we lost Matty Icing. Oh, it's all right. He's got a couple picks to wait. Mark Wahlberg.
May he rest in peace. Anyways, I saw a very random thing the other day. I actually saw a fucking Tampa Bay Lightning sticker on a car out in the wild.
Like the Minnesota Wild? I'm just kidding.
Ooh, there you go. Well, I guess they had to have been from Florida or Tampa Bay or something like that because obviously Tampa Bay is in Florida. Anyways, they had a Buccaneers and a fucking Florida State sticker on their car too. So it's like, wow, you're just either from Florida or you're just doubling down on bad decisions. Next is to let him in, Luke. I also saw a Ducks sticker on the car today, by the way. Still the number one team in the nation. Didn't mention that in college. Had to get that through. Give me the Blues.
24-hour blues.
And that first car you were talking about, they probably from Florida or possibly they're just big meth fans.
That's the meth teams of choice.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I never watch sports because I don't have TVs because I sell them every time, but I'm just a big fan of meth.
Yeah, meth's a big fan of Florida, so it makes sense. All right, now that he's back, Matty Icing, who are you liking this Tampa Bay favored by 1.5 over St. Louis? In St. Louis.
Sorry, I was stuck backstage the whole time. I got to listen to everybody's talk. Give me Tampa Bay.
Like the guy says, you're gonna eat lightning and you're gonna crap thunder. You're gonna become a very dangerous place.
All right, and Luke Birch.
24-hour blues.
Matty Icing alone with Tampa Bay. I feel like I've said that before this year. Let's look back real quick. Yes, Matty Icing went alone with Tampa Bay a couple weeks ago against New Jersey, and it paid off for him. I feel like it happened again. Yes, he went alone with Tampa Bay 3 weeks ago, and it fucking paid off for him. Son of a bitch. And it doesn't look like we covered them in the first week. But so far, Matty Icing is 2 for 2 going alone with Tampa Bay. But we have to stop this, man. All right, next game. We got the 6-3-3 Los Angeles Kings taking on the 8-1-2 Minnesota Wild. Wild favored by 1.5. I told Luke earlier we might not get to play this new drop, but I must have seen something in the spread rankings to make me do this because I like Minnesota, but give me the Kings?
Oh yeah, didn't you not know it gets just as cold in LA? It's just a different kind of cold in LA. It's desert, you know. Pull your finger out of your ass. That's exactly what I say. So pull your finger out of your ass.
Finger out of your ass. Mark Wahlberg.
So that was I remember you talking about you were going to send Luke a drop last week, and I was wondering if that was the one, and that was the one. So yay, good for that. The Wild, I was jamming out their theme or the drop last week, and I was like, I'm gonna look that song up. I haven't heard it in a while, and so I found it. It's fucking 7 minutes long. I was like, well, never mind. But anyways, give me the Wild.
You're where the wild things are.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that it's 7 minutes long. It's a slow, plodding song. Luke Birch.
You're where the wild things are.
And Matty Icing.
Looks like we're going to have a loner.
You're where the wild things are.
Yeah, I almost wonder if I marked the wrong team by mistake because it's like, why the fuck did I take LA? I had to have seen something in the fucking against the spread rankings that made me take LA. I don't know what it could have been because I want to say Minnesota was pretty good against the spread. I feel like this isn't the first time I've gone alone with LA either. It's not. 2 weeks ago, I went alone with LA, and I took the loss. And that might be the only one. It's nice that when we've only done this a few weeks, I can look back real quick. Yeah. This will be the second time I've gone alone with LA. Come on, LA. Don't fail me this time. LA. 5-7-1 Seattle Kraken taking on the 5-7-0 Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche favored by 1.5. I know he's our favorite and all, but I gotta take Seattle on this.
Release the Kraken.
Fuck you, Liam Neeson. If you played a drop, it never came through.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, there it is. Mark Wahlberg.
I heard it the first time, which meant I heard it twice, which is good enough because I was going to pick the Kraken anyway, so I guess we're covered.
Release the Kraken.
No, I said we're covered. That's too much Liam Neeson. Matty Icing.
Let's get some more of them.
Release the Kraken.
Damn it. And Luke Birch.
I don't fucking believe it. There's a week with a game with the rapping kid, and we're not going to get to hear him.
Release the Kraken.
Damn. It's almost like you guys knew without me saying it, because I was holding it back till the end. Colorado at home against the spread is fucking winless. Worst team in the fucking league at covering the spread at home. Colorado is trash at home against the spread.
It's the Avalanche.
Yeah, that's what the whole fucking team has done this year. Like, yeah, we were really good, and now it's just a fucking avalanche of disappointment.
Or
I'll tell you what, though,
it's a nightmare.
Since you didn't get to hear the Avalanche drop, if you tune in Thursday, 9:30 p.m., Wrestling Outlet, I solemnly swear that anytime Box brings up the election, I'm hitting the fucking button.
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely be tuning in this Thursday.
Dude, you have to send me the fucking link.
You got it.
Speaking of Box, I'll make sure you get I haven't heard back from him. I messaged him 2 fucking days ago. Granted, it was in the group chat, and I was just being a smartass before that, so maybe I pissed him off. I don't think so, though, because he was joking back. But November 15th is the Tyson-Paul fight, and I was thinking we should do a live watch-along of that. And I was inviting Box because he said, like a year ago, when they were originally talking about this fight, that he would like to do a live watch-along of it, so...
Wait, that's still a fucking thing.
Yeah, November 15th. Smark said he might be up for it. So, just let us know if you're in for it too, Luke. He's like, no.
Yeah. I think I'll pass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, if it's me, Smark, and Box, and you have me, Smark, and Box reuniting as the wrestling outlet. It'll be Wrestling Outlet on tits, basically.
That's right.
That'd be fun. Matt, you're welcome to join too, but I know it's a Friday night. You have a life and you do things, so I don't know if you'll make it.
It's probably busy.
Caitlin's birthday. Fuck.
Well, her birthday is 17th, but we're celebrating
well, then
Friday.
You wait 2 days to celebrate it, and you come on the show. God damn it! All right, next game. The 5-2-3 Vancouver Canucks giving up 1.5 as they travel to Anaheim to take on the 4-5-2 Ducks. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth.
Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. Quack, 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 Gordon. Quack, stop, quack, 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 quack.
Mark Wahlberg.
So it was Ducks and whom?
The Canucks.
Yeah, I'll go Ducks.
Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. Quack, 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 Gordon. Quack, stop, quack, 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 quack.
Luke Birch.
And that's it! Why don't you Canucks go back where you came from?
Hey, Icing.
Luke is on his own.
This screams one goal game.
Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. Quack, 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 Gordon. Quack, stop, quack, 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 quack.
Well, if it screams 1-goal game, then why did you take Vancouver?
Who's favored by 1.5?
Oh shit! I thought the fucking Ducks were favored by 1.5.
No. I'll switch it over for you.
Thank you.
Yes, Ducks, I think, are the third or fourth best team in the league against the spread, even though they don't have a great record. Vancouver, a lot further down the list than that. They're more the middle of the pack. They're not near the bottom or anything, but... So I will take the Ducks at home to cover all day. And last game of the week, we got the 5-5-1 Columbus Blue Jackets giving up 1.5 as they travel to San Jose to take on the 3-8-2 Sharks. Well, I mean, the Sharks kind of fucked us all over last week, but Columbus, I don't believe it, is the best team in the league against the spread. They are number 1 this year so far. Give me Columbus.
There are horrific accounts of Columbus selling Native American women.
Shout out to Norab in the chat. My condolences to Baron Corbin finally being cut.
I'm Luke Birch, and I endorse this message.
Smark Wahlberg.
You know, throwing finally on that makes it seem a bit insincere. That being said, hear about more horrific Native American sex trafficking.
There are horrific accounts of Columbus selling Native American women.
Yeah, they're wild down there in Columbus. Luke Birch.
There are horrific accounts of Columbus selling Native American women.
And Matty Icing.
Just to stop us from being unanimous, I'll take the Sharks.
Sharkbait, ooh-ha-ha. Welcome, brother Sharkbait. Sharkbait, ooh-ha-ha.
I always forget what the fucking Sharks drop is until it plays. And it's like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Because we never picked them. All right. Well, that is it for this week's NHL picks. Teams, Matty Icing at the bottom with 25 points. Luke and Smark tied at 26. Yeah, Luke took all Matt's teams right before he could get them. At least he's only 1 point ahead of you, so it's got to take some of the sting away. And I am at the top with 31, a 5-point lead. Thank you, Winnipeg, and all 11 wins. So we'll see if anything changes over the week with that, along with all of our other fucking point systems. I don't know why I give myself so much work to do. Anybody got anything else? Let's get a final update on the Monday Night Football game.
Matt?
Nobody's watching?
Or no.
Matt's like, I shut that shit off. And not the game, but the show. I shut off the show.
14-10 Tampa Bay.
Yes. Let's go, Bucks.
When I switch out of web pages, all of a sudden my mic shuts off. So
Oh, yeah. It does that to me on my phone, too. If I fucking navigate away from this, it either cuts me out all completely, or I can still hear you guys, but you can't hear me. So, yeah, I understand. Good. Fuck Taylor Swift. I mean, I'm sure the refs will come through and spin the game back around into Kansas City's favor, but...
we have a new score update. It is now 17-10 Tampa Bay.
Oh, all right. I thought you would say 17-14 KC.
I mean, I guess since we're talking about the fucking Travis Kelce, did you see the Jordan Kelce video?
Jason Kelce, yes.
And then calling somebody a faggot.
Well, I guess they didn't put up the beginning of the video or the other half of the video or something where the guy came up to him and said, hey, your brother Travis is a faggot for banging Taylor Swift, which I don't understand that kid's logic at all. But your brother's having sex with a famous female. That makes him a faggot. And then shoved Jason Kelce to the ground, and Kelce said, who's the faggot now? Which, I mean, I guess maybe because he was like shoving him to the ground, so maybe he was going to grab him by the hips afterwards. I'm like, yeah.
I would have actually ruled pretty hard if you just like shoved him to the ground. He's like, now you're the faggot because I'm about to rank you.
Yeah. Brother's a faggot for having sex with a female. Meanwhile, I'm about to blast you in the ass.
The kid like had his phone and was saying it, so Kelsey grabbed his phone and slammed it on the ground. And then when he went to go pick up the phone again, that's when the kid pushed Kelsey over.
Yeah. Which, like, how big is this kid to fucking shove down a former offensive lineman?
He full on ran and threw his whole body into him. So I mean, Kelsey
Still.
could have easily killed the kid. He also had like a 12-pack of beer in his hand, so I don't know how much he's drank.
Yeah. You gotta have some liquid courage to run up and accuse a guy's brother of being a faggot for having sex with a female and then shove him to the ground.
Kelsey had the beer, so maybe
That
that's
is
why he was a little more relaxed.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say that is the most ball and fucking steel reserve commercial I've ever seen in my life. You're a fucking faggot. Whoosh, steel reserve. 311. 211.
And Big Ben steps up out of nowhere. Don't worry, Kelsey, I got you, and bangs the shit out of the kid. Who's the faggot now? Let's go in this bathroom. It's funny. Roethlisberger hasn't been in the league in a few years now, and that's 2 Roethlisberger rape jokes references that we've had in this show tonight. Actually, more if you count the drop.
Bradshaw's a dumbass and Big Ben likes rape. Fuck.
Add one more to the list.
Yep.
I listen to this podcast, and there's like ads in between like segments, and it's a fucking gambling site commercial. But the spokesman, I shit you not, is Mike Vick, which just seems like not being able to read the room.
You want to take the black and white pit. I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers against the tan pit. I mean, the Washington Commanders.
Trust me, you're going to want the Georgia Bulldog. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, everything's a fucking betting ad. I mean, it's kind of calmed down since the election because, all the election ads. But after tomorrow, it'll be right back to fucking Bet Rivers every fucking 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, if you want to watch the Pistons or Red Wings or Tigers now, you have to watch it on FanDuel Sports Network.
Yeah, they bought out Bally. Which, how did Bally last that fucking long? Was it a separate company, or is that the fucking company from the gym or whatever it was? Bally Fitness.
I think it's a separate company.
Okay. It's like, I thought Bally's Fitness sunk fucking years ago, and all of a sudden they got a fucking sports network. Like, how the hell did that happen? Is Jenny Craig still a thing too? What the fuck? What's the other one? Weight Watchers?
I was about to say the Weight Watchers Sports Network. It's like just WNBA games and like University of Hawaii for some reason.
If it's Weight Watchers, I gotta imagine like college softballs in there somewhere.
The National Bulimia Championships.
Ironically enough, the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
There you go. All right. Well, now that we've put down fat girls and bulimia, I guess it's time to get out of here.
Putting him down was one thing. It was lifting him up that was impressive.
Yes, it's a lot easier to put them down than it is to lift them up. That's for sure.
And I love how that's what made him turn his camera on.
Yes. Get a mic drop real quick. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I approve this message.
Damn straight.
All right, fellas. Well, it was a fun show. Shout out to Dirk. Shout out to Scott. Shout out to True North. Shout out to NORAD for showing up. Shout out to Bobby if you're out there. Craig, if you are listening in the next room. Shout out to... well, I mean, I was trying to get Bob Dole to come on the show, but maybe Bob Dole will listen back on the YouTube or show up next week. We'll see. Shout out to Bob Dole. And shout out to anybody else listening. Appreciate it. We'll catch y'all next week. 8:30 as usual. Tits.
Chinaman.